Now, can somebody tell me the basis of the conflict in South Africa? Why is the trouble between the British and the Boers? Evans.
The annexation of the Cape Province.
Yes. When was that? Sarah Jane?
1806.
That's right. And can you tell me the cause of the troubles?
The main problem has been the treatment of the British by the Boers in the Transvaal. Although they virtually created the state, British can't vote and hardly have any rights at all.
That's what I wanted. And who's the president of the Transvaal? Evans.
Jan Smuts.
No, wrong. Anyone else? Gregory.
Cecil Rhodes.
Cecil Rhodes. Sarah Jane.
Paul Kruger.
Of course he is. And who's Cecil Rhodes?
Prime Minister of the Cape Colony.
Tell him, Sarah Jane.
Well, he was until 1896. Then he was forced to resign for his support of the Jameson raid.
So much for my star pupils. It would appear we now have a girl at the top of the class. You'll have to pull your socks up.
Beaten by a girl.
And what about all the homework?
We were better off with Miss Proctor, even if she did complain.
Hey, what's that?
It's Christopher's, one of his experiments.
What's it do?
I don't know. I think it measures speed.
No, it doesn't. It's a thing for recording earthquakes.
How do you know?
He told me. Don't touch it.
Why?
If you shake the ground, you'll move the needle. He'll think there's been an earthquake.
Wait till Christopher sees this. It's going to be a pretty big earthquake.
What are the boys doing?
I don't know.
It's still there.
And it's awful, Grandfather. I hate the school. Please get me another governess.
I will advertise in Auckland, but remember, this is not England.
They don't do French and their history's silly. And in music all they do is sing.
I've told you I'll do what I can.
And the boys just sit there and laugh at me.
Well, if there's any trouble from Tom, Miss Pemberton.
Why did you let Miss Proctor go?
Because she is a nagging and complaining woman. And now, if you'll excuse me, I would like to get on with my treatment. Well, go on, go on. The only thing that woman ever did, James, was teach that child to complain.
All right. Well, you just relax, Sir Charles.
James, this land at the top of the lake. Tell me about the rival claims.
Well, I incline towards the Maoris myself. Patrick Dwyer...
The butcher?
Yes, he's an odd sort of fellow, really. Well, not that I believe all the stories. Some say he sells grog to the Maoris. And the boys would have you believe that he's a bit of a sweetie Todd, that his mince isn't all it seems. Oh, there's no truth in the stories.
And what about his claim?
Well, it's yet to be proved in the land court. He maintains that he was owed some money and he took the land instead. Unfortunately, the vendors are no longer with us. They perished in the eruption. All that is except Taperanui.
Who will claim the land as sole survivor?
Well, he makes no personal claim. He's just declared it sacred.
So nobody can use it at all?
No one's game to break the taboo.
We'll see about that, James. I don't care what it costs, I want it.
In that case, Sir Charles, I hope Patrick Dwyer can prove his title. He'll not get the two I'm going to sell.
I don't know about that, James. Every man has his price.
I don't know why she bothers to come. She seems to know it all.
She's a very clever girl.
She's just a show-off.
Oh, come now, Tom. It can't be easy. Not if everyone's like you. Now leave them alone. Coming from a different country, I'm sure it's not what she's used to. And anyway, she's a guest here. You should do all you can to help.
But she acts so high and mighty.
Now look here, Tom Gregory. Perhaps she has been a little demanding. And perhaps she has been spoiling your pranks against Mr. Dwyer. But it's been 4 months since she's seen her parents. And goodness knows how long before she sees them again. And now, because of you, she's lost her governess. Don't you think it's time you started to be a little more friendly?
Looks like rain. What are you doing?
Writing a letter.
Oh, telling your friends all about the place.
You must know. I'm writing to my parents to arrange to go back home.
Do you have to do that now?
I beg your pardon.
Well, couldn't you do it later? Have you seen the Devil's Glory? It's the best one in the district.
Devil's Glory.
It's a geyser. I just thought you might like to see it.
Is this another practical joke?
No. It's just I have to go over there to get something for my father. But if you'd rather write your letter. I'm sorry about Miss Proctor.
Will you wait while I change my shoes?
Threepence halfpenny. Hope you enjoy the kidneys. Sir Charles.
You must be Mrs. Dwyer.
Yes, Sir Charles. Delighted to make your acquaintance. And this is my husband, Patrick.
It's a privilege to meet you, sir.
Yes, how do you do?
Well, this is a surprise. You haven't called to make a purchase.
What? No. I have come to transact, you would say, a little business.
Business, Sir Charles?
Yes, you have some land at the end of the lake. I want to buy it.
Oh.
Thank you. The current price, I'm told, for land hereabouts is £7 an acre. In view of its prime position, I'm offering £100 for the block.
£100? £100?
Probably more than it's worth, but still.
Oh, it's very generous, Sir Charles. Very
Tell me,
generous.
Sir Charles, what would you be wanting with such a piece of land? So very far from home.
I intend to build an hotel. And I may add one rather larger and more lavish than the Albion. I think you'll find it'll benefit the whole community, including the retail purveyors of meat.
Well, no.
Well, I'll have my solicitors draw up the papers in the morning.
Unfortunately, Sir Charles, it may not be that simple.
That's all right, Mrs. Dwyer. I'm aware of your problems with the Maoris.
Problems, Sir Charles?
But yours is not the only claim.
Sir Charles, there's no doubt we can prove our title in the land court any time we choose. And there's no doubt either that that land's considerably more valuable than £100.
Mrs. Dwyer likes a little joke.
So, unless you're prepared to offer a sum more in keeping with its value...
How much exactly is that?
250 guineas.
Damn you, woman. I'll deal with the Maoris.
Why did you want to do that?
Don't worry. He'll be back.
Your grandfather likes to build things, doesn't he? You mean his grand hotel? Yes, he does. It is the biggest opera house in London. Do you miss all that? I miss my family an awful lot. And I miss the things we do at the house. Every month we have a recital in the ballroom. Musicians come down from London, and sometimes I even get to play my... Life's so different here. We have our fun as well. Eeling in the river and sledding on the mountain. Playing tricks on Mr. Dwyer. Oh, doomies. What? We call him doomies. Why? Well, he always looks so happy.
Hey, look! There it is!
Just a minute.
What are you doing?
I just want to take a look at my seismograph.
Honestly, I think you're more interested in that contraption than you are in me.
Something the matter?
I just don't believe it.
Believe what?
According to that, there's been a terrible earthquake.
Oh, I see.
Well, I don't.
Could it have been the boys? They were over there before, jumping up and down.
Were they?
Have they done any harm?
Only to my nerves. Thank you, Gardana. I'll deal with them later. Shall we continue?
Are you sure you can stand the distraction?
And about time, too.
And where have you been?
Who said you could take the boat?
Tamati didn't only give it to you to look after.
No, he gave it to all of us.
So, I've had my turn.
Thank you, Tom. That was lovely.
See you back at the hotel.
Thank you, Tom. That was lovely. See you back at the hotel.
Sid went past in the cart. We were going to see what he was up to, but someone had taken the boat.
I didn't see him. No, you wouldn't. All you'd see is Sarah Jane. I was only being friendly.
We could have followed him. We could have seen what he was up to.
Only being friendly, my foot.
If you want to fight, Tom Gregory, you fight with me.
He couldn't beat you anyway. He's in love. Come on, Hammer. Show him, Hammer. Give it to him. Come on, Hammer. Belt him up.
Come on, Tom!
Hey, you all right? You'll have a shiner in the morning.
All in the cause of love.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
It's so late for this time of year.
Christopher Bain, you wouldn't know a volcano if it blew up in your face.
What? Emily? Emily! Ah, Tom, I want a word with you. What happened?
Nothing.
Have you been tampering with my instruments?
No.
Yes, you have. The seismograph near the hot pools. Guide Anna saw you do it, so it's no use fibbing. So don't do it again, do you hear? Or I'll tell your father.
All right. Can I go to school now?
Yes, off you go.
Tom! Good morning, Christopher.
Good morning.
Tom, wait for me. Tom! What's the matter? You're not late for school.
What happened to you? Your friends. They don't like me, do they?
I don't know why. I try to be friendly. It might help if you weren't so clever at school. What?
It's Davy. He doesn't like being beaten by a girl.
How silly.
And that's why we got all that homework. Because you knew more than we did.
Did you really fight over me?
No, that was something else. Do you mind if I walk on my own?
And try not to be so clever. Hello, Davy. Hello, Tom.
Well, it's not good enough, Rebecca. To the bottom. Arrangement.
A-R-R-A-N-G-E-M-E-N-T.
Secular.
S-E-C-U-L-A-R?
We've been doing our homework. Appraisal.
A-P-P-R-A-I-S-A-L.
Sarah Jane, previous.
P-R-E-V-I-U-S.
Wrong. Anyone else? Davy?
P-R-E-V-I-O-U-S.
That's not like you, Sarah Jane. I'll give you another one to redeem yourself. Perseverance.
P-U-R-S-E-V-E-N-C-E. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb.
Perhaps she's not so bad. Well, go on. You go and ask her.
Mary went everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to.
The three of us have been talking. Well, Tom thought you might be interested. Do you want to join our gang?
Your gang?
You'd have to pass the initiation. But if you like, we'll take you to our hideout after school.
I've never been in a gang before. No one has, so I join.
Meet you here after school. Well, what did she say? We're meeting you here after school.
Come on, finish my hair.
A remarkable place.
Yes.
You know who I am?
Yes, Sir Charles.
You must be Guide Anna.
Well, it's what the tourists call me. The Parker, her name. It makes them feel more comfortable.
It's quite a walk.
Here, come and sit over here.
I'm looking for that witch doctor fella.
You mean Tapodi Nui?
Well, whatever you call him.
Well, you won't find him here. He lives across the lake.
I'd like you to give him a message. Tell him I want to see him.
Oh.
It'll be worth his while. I want to buy some land.
Oh, I see.
You don't seem very keen. It could be quite a lot of money.
Sir Charles, you don't understand. Tapodi Nui won't sell his land.
Well, let him decide that.
It was he who warned his people not to deal with the white man. Of course they didn't listen. They were so hungry for the Pākehā's money that they put gold sovereigns instead of power shell in the carvings on their whare. And now they are no more.
Is that why he sabotaged the train?
How do you know it was him?
My granddaughter saw him.
Sometimes, Sir Charles, where people are and where they seem to be are not always the same place.
What the devil are you talking about, woman?
Perhaps one day you'll understand.
And I swear the solemn pact. Do I have to?
Yes.
And I swear the solemn pact. And I swear this solemn pact. That I will not rest. That I will not rest. Until Doomy Dwyer's brought to justice. Oh, this is silly.
His dog's killing the Maoris. There's nothing silly about that.
Until Doomy Dwyer's brought to justice.
Now, what about the initiation?
We could throw her in the lake.
No. Something to show her bravery. What are you most afraid of?
Poor Nui. Hey, how about a visit to the buried village?
No!
We could go there at night. He wouldn't know. We could see how close we could get without being caught.
At night?
We'd have to sneak out.
Hey, yeah.
You're pretty brave all of a sudden. Won't your mother skin you?
Well, I'm game. Is anyone else?
We'd only go there and come back.
Yeah.
Well, what do you say? Very well. We'll meet at the Band Rotunda at 9 o'clock. We'll see you two at the boat.
Are you sure you want to go?
Yes, I'm sure.
young devils.
We haven't touched it, really.
But the cylinder was half full of water.
We haven't been up there for ages.
Now, are you sure?
We jumped up and down by that other thing, but we didn't touch anything else.
Come along, Tom. It's time for bed.
All right. Good night.
Is something the matter?
I think things are hotting up.
What?
The hot pools, they're getting hotter.
Oh, what does that mean?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
I will not be blackmailed by the likes of Mabel Dwyer. Nor obstructed either by recalcitrant natives.
You'll find another site?
Good heavens, no. Plans are already in train. No, James, I have friends in high places. And when it's a legal question, it's the man with the best lawyer who wins.
Brandy, Sir Charles.
Thank you.
Where's Sarah Jane?
I don't know. She said she'd be here.
I knew she wouldn't come. Do you think they like that kissing?
Nah, they probably do it just to please each other.
Yeah, probably. We should have made that the initiation. She's probably more scared of kissing than she is of Poranui.
You never can tell with girls.
Anyway, she's not even here. I knew she'd be too scared.
Tom? Over here. We didn't think you were coming. It's quite exciting.
Yeah.
Well, come on.
Hang on. There's been another condition. Remember?
What?
She has to kiss us both first, otherwise the whole thing's off.
Which one first?
What? Tom.
Anything else?
Hurry up.
Look, Tom, we shouldn't do it.
Don't worry. We'll be all right. Come on.
Oh, it's all Davy's fault. And I wish Hemel wouldn't look so nervous. It's supposed to be a test for Sarah Jane, and she's calmer than the lot of us. Why did Davy have to get her to kiss us?
Tom.
Well, it's too late to turn back now. Buried village, here we come. I hope the tow-hung is a heavy sleeper. It's spooky enough as it is.